I guess, what would you say of the new look? I see new fonts, new number style. What would you make of the new appearance?
I mean, I guess it's awesome. I have to say that, right? Nah, I'm joking. It is great. I like the new I am logo woman. The new font is nice, and for us, you know, um, give celebration to Comrade Smith, who passed away, to give some celebration for his life is awesome.
Now, your last game was a 3 for 21 performance in Game 4, and you had, of course, you played overseas, so got a chance to cleanse that from you. But how do you prepare for this season, kind of trying to shake off that
Yeah,
skeleton, so to speak?
I know. If if I didn't come back ready for this season after having that experience, I don't know what else would get me motivated for this season. Just looking forward to having a great year. Coming back healthy is the main thing. I had a few times where I injured and kind of fought through things. It was a long season last season, so just looking forward to coming in and making this team a lot better.
And what would you say about this team? McCarville coming in, replacing Tots. That's going to be a big change. A couple of new players coming in. Candace Wiggins is gone.
Yeah.
What would you make of this 2013 group?
It's going to be fun. It's going to be exciting. Just to have J-Mac back, is the chemistry is there already. You lose a player like Tosh, who's a vocal leader, who is very experienced, and bring in Janelle McCarver, who has, experience with Lindsay Whalen and all of the history here that she has. It just brings more camaraderie to this team. To lose a player like Wiggins, we all knew at some point Wiggins would move on because she has those special talents to possibly be a leader on another team. But if you look at Monica Wright and you see how far she's come as far as developing as a player, we feel like that spot is filled. She still has some experience to get to where Wiggins was, but she's right on her heels.
Can you talk a little bit about Monica's development? What have you seen in her over the last couple of years?
Just the maturity. In the scrimmage that we had yesterday, she was the only vet on that team, composed with the players that are trying to make the team, and she ran that team like Lindsay Whalen was running. Yeah, they did. They beat us. I mean, she controlled the tempo, the pace. She took the shots that were available. She made a team that's better because she put them in positions to be effective on the floor. So that shows a lot in her maturity.
She kind of always had that incredible speed, right? It's just
Oh
a
my
matter of
God.
harnessing a little bit, right?
Oh my God, yeah. Well, the year before we used to tell her slow down and be more under control, and this year is just like, go and do you, Monty. Like in transition, I don't know any other player that's as quick and agile as she is in transition.
So she's definitely ready to fill.
Oh,
Candace
she
if
is
there.
definitely ready. Yeah, I should stop by practicing and catch the scrimmages.
Speaking of, you're going to get a couple of preseason games here, and so what is it going to be to finally have a chance to simulate an actual game experience? Is something a lot of other teams have done already.
Yeah, we've been waiting on that. We've been beating the crap out of each other for the last few days, so it'll be nice to beat up on some other people. But just to get the game experience, to see how the game flow is, and against different competition, see how our offensive scheme is doing as well as our defensive schemes.
And then just overall, what is the process, the challenge coming off, losing in the finals and having to perhaps face some of these demons that you didn't have in 2011?
Just the motivation. We already got motivation. I think Phoenix and LA has placed preseason ahead of us. That's motivation within itself. Coming back off a season where we felt like we should have won the championship is enough motivation. Just coming back knowing that we have a team full of healthy players is also, great motivation for us.
Did you go for campus for a little celebration this week?
No, I didn't get a chance to. The practice ended.
I know some of your teammates went up there, right?
Yeah, I had to work on this body.
Do you have a date officially set now that it's official here in Minnesota?
Not yet. I think what they said, August 1st, right?
August 1st is
So somewhere after the season, after we win the championship, and we'll celebrate.
making that proclamation now. A lot of the rookies have praised you in the interviews I've done. What would you make
my
of
God.
folks like Jeffrey and Rachel Cherry and Wilson? How would you say they've developed in these few weeks?
I love their competitive nature. It's easy to come in and be intimidated by the players that we have with our, experience and, Olympic gold medalists and all-stars and everything. And they come in and they fought, every day to get better themselves and to make us better. Their composure throughout it all. Most of the time you see, rookies have got the jitters and everything they do is like 100 miles an hour. But the pace that they perform at, the focus that they have to want to get better has been awesome.
And then how do you expect this season to play out? We have the defensive 3-second violation now. 3-point line is further back. How do you think that's going to affect you and your team?
defensive 3 seconds. On the offensive end, I hope that it would open up the floor a little bit for us, to get Bronson some touches inside, let, Janelle McCarver go to work inside, and for myself and Monty and Maya, be able to create a little bit more. As far as, what was the other question?
3-point line.
The 3-point line, I think it's great. We play at this line overseas, so I think we're already accustomed to playing at that particular line.
Seimone, you're a former #1 overall pick. There's a pretty big name #1 overall pick this year, Griner. What kind of impact do you think she can have in this league? And
she can do whatever she wants to do. No one's really been able to stop Brittany whenever she, decided to come out and play aggressively. All you can do is just make everything that she do difficult, and definitely not let her dunk on the Minnesota Lynx. It's a no layup, no dunk rule when we play her. But she's a great player with a lot more room to grow and get better. That's the scary part about it. But I feel like she's going to take this league to the next level.
You've been practicing that poke check that you're going to do on Griner?
Oh, I got her baby like this.
Talk about the attention that is brought to this league. How do you think that's going to help bring more eyeballs and further solidify what we've seen in the last 16 years?
Just Brittany's presence. Like, even if people don't know her or know her game, they've heard about the girl that can dunk. So they're going to want to see, what she can do on this level. And as they, watch those games, I'm quite sure they're going to find other players on other teams that they play against that they become fond of. It's happened so many times with, myself, with Maya, with Waylon, and other players around the league that because they were focusing on this player, they got exposed to other players as well.
Definitely some new additions to the team, but you guys have been practicing for a week or so. Is the sky the limit?
Of course. Past the sky. We feel like we're right where we need to be as far as training camp goes, and Saturday with the preseason game is going to be a great indication of what we need to work on, how far we need to go before June 1st. So we're excited about everything.
How do you see Janelle helping this team?
Janelle is a aggressive young lady who can really get out there on the boards, something that we always talk about. Bronson is really the one that we know is going to go after that. Janelle has that knack for the ball as well, setting screens, just being wherever we need her to be and doing whatever we need her to do is great.
She going to help the physicality of this team, you think?
Oh, of course. She's going to bring that attitude. Coach always tells us, we need to punch in the mouth first. We need to be the team to go out and be the aggressors, and I think she's going to help in that area.
Already answered this, but how important was that loss in the championship finals last year as far as motivating this team for this year?
Yeah, it's a big part of motivating this team last year. Coming into this year, you never want to lose, and to lose the way we did, to perform the way that I did is highly unacceptable. But we come back focused and knowing what we need to do, knowing that it's not easy to win a championship, and especially not easy to repeat.